You don't remember?
All right.
I never remember. Okay, when you.
I know that we've got a bunch of people watching there, and so here we are with the heroes of Jordoba. And I'm going to check in just a second to see whether Zach's going to make it, but we've been having a pointed discussion with me about DM organization because I've lost my notes for the adventure, and that was what I was looking for, and the reason that we're starting late. But I promise you it is going to be awesome. And so let me just check over on Zach and see whether I've heard back from him.
But if you guys have any ideas for how you stay organized as a DM, please share it.
Okay, so Zach is not going to be here. So, all right. So yes, we've got a couple of jobs for the chat room. One of them is going to be if you have any tips for organizing a campaign. If you're a DM, go ahead and throw that in there. Also, given the fact that I am winging it, if you have any ideas that you would like to see suddenly crop up in the adventure to the surprise of all of the people who are involved, go ahead and throw those in there too, and we'll try and work them in as we go. Since it's an extra planar adventure, that's going to be very likely to be able to happen. So, where we are, and I think we missed last week. So, you guys are riding in a giant metal sandworm-like thing, which has recently been it's had the swamp travel stuff added to it, and so it's churning its way forward through the swamp, and so that's the situation. You all are looking for a sort of a factory thing where there is a leak from the elemental plane of water into the elemental plane of earth, causing a swamp that has caused subsidence on one of the bones of the earth that is keeping an earthquake from happening, meaning that there's going to be one if this continues, in a place where one of Saint Muriel's angels is basically situated, with the result that, and so that's the reason that you've been sent over there, is to go and take care of that situation so that one of St. Muriel's angels doesn't die. So that's the basic outline. I am still flipping through notes, yes, for what all is going on. And so what, you guys have any questions or stuff that you need?
What is the clay content of this mud?
Meaning like the color or the to use it for what?
For sculpting.
It's about 30%
That's where my mind went.
20% smectite, maybe 15% kyanite.
Okay.
Are those good sticking materials?
Yeah, you know, actually, the mix of elemental water and earth would probably be phenomenal for something like that. So, actually, you know, I think you would have to dry it out a little bit, but the once it's had a chance to be less sodden, it would be tremendously good for something like that.
Does anyone have a bucket?
I don't.
Is there a bucket on this worm ship?
I got a jar.
I mean, how big a bucket do you need? I've got some jars too. They're mostly for like substances, man.
Like flasks kind of jars?
Yeah, I got some flasks. I don't know if I want to put mud in those flasks.
Yeah, I need something a little bigger than flasks too.
It is elemental mud though.
Well, art projects played. Maybe perhaps we can worry about this after we fix a cataclysmic earthquake from happening.
Well, we're on the road the way there. We got to do something in the meantime.
I think we're here. We need plan.
Are we here?
If we
need plan.
The road is behind us. The catastrophe is present. Remember, there are like three-legged, three-jawed. I think they're called Zorn, but we don't know that.
Those things at the mill thing.
The nice, weird-looking people that are introduced us to Drownington.
Drownington.
It's actually
soon to be Drownington.
Dusty Hollow.
Dusty Hollow.
But as soon as you said the word Drownington, they agreed. and changed the name of their town.
Which is much better than Musty Hollow.
And the thing is, Zorn just aren't all that creative, but they're willing to, they can see a good idea. They can recognize a good idea when they see one. So
I believe last time we had talked a little bit about maybe going across like Earthland, Waterland terminus and trying to redirect this river that is causing problems.
Well, what you have is
our
forged
document. Yeah.
Yeah. Backpack and Kurzim jointly forged a document saying that Thriceback's was canceling the contract and that they needed to stop operations and block up the flow through immediately. So that is what you guys are traveling along with.
I like that plan. It is a good plan.
Damn. Okay, we really are going to have to wing this. So here's a blank page in one of the legal pads. And here we go. All right, so y'all are churning forward in your sand swimmer. And you get to a place where there is like a high ridge where some of the rock actually is still rising up out of the swamp and looks like good rock. And then you also have the ability to continue going through the swamp. But the captain is saying that it looks like the water level down there is, it looks like the water in that area is going to be a little deeper. So do you want to go over the top of the, he asks whether you want to go over the top of the ridge, burrow through the ridge, or go down into the deeper water.
Burrowing through sounds fun.
I think go over. We're trying to not destabilize it here.
That's a good point.
And if we go over, it'd be like a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna be dope, guys.
Okay, so the great big spikes, they're like 50 feet long to make the track wheels. They start going around. And they bite into the rock and they begin, thump, 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 thump. And so you guys, up and down. Everybody's, bouncing up and down on the deck. You're holding on, and up in the air, you see what looks kind of like an island that's just floating about 100 feet off the ground. Do anything or keep going?
Huh.
Is that the factory? What is it? Is there anything on the island? Can we tell?
Well, you can't tell very well because it's sort of flat-ish on the top. But you do see what look like a couple of the Zorn things looking out of the side of it at you, and they've got their little eyes pointed at you from the side and seem to be watching you go by.
That seems weird for plane of earth, plane of water stuff.
Do we want to stop? I think we want to stop.
I think we want to stop.
Okay.
Oh, we were just picking up speed, dudes.
How do you think we will talk to them? Aren't they? They're pretty high up, yeah?
Yeah, they're about 100 feet up. I mean, yeah, 100 feet up.
Oh, somebody put on the monocle and we can float up there.
Oh, please, no.
I don't actually remember who's got Brentoka's eye, but
the head can float on his own, can he? The stonehead guy?
Yeah.
God? He could go up and check. If he's down for that.
Okay, so
but he only communicates in blinking.
Right.
Yeah, so
he seems to understand us.
But perhaps not the best ambassador. Well,
I could play music really loud.
We get kind of close in. I mean, do they seem they're watching us? Do they seem to be doing anything? We are inside worm creature or worm machine, right?
You guys are standing on the sort of top deck of the thing, so actually you're out in the open air at the moment.
I'll wave to them.
Yep.
Okay, one of them.
Oh, whoa.
One of them sticks out, one of its short little hands and sort of waves at you. And then an enormous ball of fire is launched up from the middle of it as if from a catapult and starts falling down towards you guys.
What a warm welcome.
Everybody.
You guys aren't very good at diplomacy either, man.
So everybody make a DC. It doesn't really come very near you. I mean, it does hit the deck, but make a DC 5 saving throw to avoid it.
1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it lands right on Curzon.
I'm assuming it's dexterity, but yeah. Oof.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
I have-
goodness Curzon
actually, I have a minus
absorbed
too.
much of the blast.
I have a minus to that too, so technically that's a 0.
Okay. All right, so Curzon takes 11 points of damage.
Ow!
And so he's running around, his beard and his hair are on fire, and everybody's yelling, stop, drop, and roll.
Greasy Curzon-shaped shadow on the deck.
And then the Zorn hold out. They unroll this thing over at the edge, and it turns out to be like a tapestry or a carpet or a flag. It sort of rolls out, and on it says "Greetings."
Oh, I guess that was a warm welcome, not an attack.
Yeah.
Perhaps we just keep going for now, and
They might have information. I think we should talk to them.
I think they're friendly. Besides throwing fireballs on Curzon.
apart from that one part, yes, I do not know if they're so friendly.
They just have
How
different
far away
methods of
is can I still
communicating,
see the
man.
guy who waved?
How far away is what?
The guy who waved?
About 100 feet.
Right, let me just make sure he's in range.
The last ones that we met, the
Okay.
Zorn we met, actually surprisingly friendly. I had not met Zorn before, but really nice guys.
Oh, maybe this is how they communicate? Like, what if you guys want to light one of my arrows on fire
Well,
and I'll
no.
just shoot it up there to them and
Last one's
we'll
just
say hi
talks.
back?
Everybody make a DC 5 saving throw.
Oh god.
Please, we'll just.
Dexterity.
Yes!
I just.
I got a 6.
I get 7.
Okay, so
Wait.
another fireball lands in the swamp, sort of near you, and it does catch some swamp gas that's coming up. So there's this enormous pillar of fire that comes up, and all of the Zorn that are up on the thing shake their hands, and then they lift their little greetings banner up and down, for emphasis.
I'm confused. Are they
Maybe
Oh.
they're just trying to get rid of swamp gas.
No, I bet
go
the Swampcast. I bet if it gets really hot, the Swampcast will just launch us up there to them. That's what they're trying to tell us, man.
Is that
No,
what-
that's
I'm gonna. So are we stopped at this point?
Yeah, you guys had said that you stopped. You can start going again if you want.
All right.
I tell-
What is the banner made out of?
It looks like cloth, but you can't be 100% sure at this distance because it's got this really lumpy texture to it. I mean, it might even be a really, really thin sheet of dirt.
I'm gonna approach it
How?
on foot.
No, it's
in the
upward.
sky.
It's 100 feet up in the air.
But how far down does the banner hang?
Oh, it's maybe a 50-foot long banner, so 50 feet.
I've got an idea.
What's
Could
your
I
idea?
cast my fishing line up 50 feet
Okay,
and
so
latch onto the tapestry and pull myself up?
so you have fishing line. Do you have
Yeah.
like a hook? I mean, how are you?
Yeah, I've got tackle. I got the whole bit.
You got
And a rod and
what do
everything.
you've got a fishing rod. Okay.
I do.
All right, so there's no problem at all. You just zing, and that's an easy thing. So you get,
Is
you
it
hook
strong enough to pull myself up on?
in.
What were you fishing for?
That's right. If you got test line that's for shark, you might be able to. But
I mean, I don't know just the standard one in the
How much
store.
do halflings normally weigh?
I don't know. We can't weigh that
I
much.
think they're like 45 pounds.
yeah,
maybe
they
on
would
a
have to be because they're a little. They're the size of a really big toddler, basically.
So, how about if I roll a D100 and I get above 70, I have like shark line. Deal?
Fair
I was
enough.
gonna say
Deal.
you roll the D100 until that would be the weight limit.
That's a total deal. Point the camera.
30% chance that was shark line.
Yeah, point the camera at the die so that we could get the effect of the exciting effect of the die roll.
She's so excited. I'm really excited to see this.
Well, we know she's got shark line.
Need some timpani.
All right, hang on.
There's a 5.
Where is it?
Oh, wait.
All right.
Yeah, 5 and
an 80.
it's hard to go.
Is it an 8?
No,
Way?
it's a 2. It's a 20.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So no, you don't have.
I know. I don't. Yeah, you wanted
We
dramatic.
got so excited.
I know. I just like to toy with your emotions.
See, well, that was why I was saying we ought to get some sort of dice rolling program. It's not because I don't trust you guys. It's because rolling dice and seeing the result is fun.
Yeah.
But it's dumb if I roll them because everyone needs to sort of be able to roll their own dice, or else it's not real. So
right.
Here, try this, and I tie a grappling hook to a rope and hand it to her.
Grappling hook, but I'm worried that might rip through the cloth. But I guess we can try.
Well, it's not our cloth dirt thing, so.
Everybody make a DC 5 saving throw.
Well, you are worried about destroying cloth. They are firing fiery cannonballs at us.
No, we're not trying to
go.
I don't think they're at us.
There. I think they're friendly.
What?
Roll your saving throw, Gabe.
What? I got 11.
I refuse to roll my saving.
I know. I rolled saving throw. I made saving throw, assuming it's still same. It is 11.
Okay, so another fireball goes down and it lands kind of in amidships where nobody is standing, and so it just sort of explodes on the deck of the ship.
See, the wind took that other one.
Look, I prefer to think maybe I'm a little bit cautious kind of warrior, but I kind of think they are not friendly with bad aim than opposite.
So let's throw that grappling hook before they throw another greeting.
Okay, so that's going to be just roll me. We're going to call it a strength check. Okay. So
For everybody or for Ian?
no, just who's throwing the grappling hook?
I thought it was Dex, so it was not going to be me.
Oh.
No, it's a matter of strength.
Then yeah,
It's
Ian.
not really accuracy.
Am I the strongest? Because that's terribly sad. If it's
Probably.
true.
How strong are you?
Not strong.
No, Steve's probably the strongest.
He's really not. Steve is dexterous. His strength is average.
I've been known to throw grappling hook, maybe lift some weights.
Yeah, so why don't you do
Dane
it?
is surprisingly bulky under those robes.
Well, he's really not, but I don't know. You guys are complaining a lot, so I will try.
Okay.
Albrecht is our strongest.
Make a DC 15 strength check.
No.
No. Okay. So
Make a Dex saver. Get hit by.
all right. So Dane hurls the grappling hook up in the air, and everybody watches it go up, and watches it come back down again. Boom! Clang down on the deck.
This is a stupid idea.
Here, try again.
You're not trying hard enough.
I should cast guidance.
Do you want me to give it a try? I mean, I could do it. Or try it. I don't know.
Okay. Please, go.
You can do this, I say, and I touch you and give you guidance.
Oh, a D4 bonus.
Oh.
Let's see if I'm going to need it.
With a withered finger.
It's a natural 15.
Wait,
All
who's
right.
doing it? Me or?
Which is a 15.
Okay.
All right. So Steve throws the grappling hook up there, and it hits the banner, and it starts to slide down, and then it seems to catch on like a rock or something like that that's in there.
Nice.
So you've got a good hold now. You're going to send Backpack swarming up the rope.
I'll go. I'm no chicken.
All right. So
Wait, dude, I don't think it can hold you.
Well,
Let
one
me
way
get
to
up
find
there.
out.
When I get to the bottom of their floating island, I'll hook the grappling hook onto that, and then
Right.
you guys climb up.
Well,
Yeah, I like that plan more.
Fishing line now. I think it can hold Curzum.
everybody make a DC 5.
Heavens.
Says.
I can't
I
fail that
fail
one
again.
unless I roll a natural one.
I had a
Not a
3.
natural one.
You got a what?
A 3.
A 3. All right. So another fireball lands on Curzum, which is kind of funny because he'd like moved to a different part of the ship before this. And,
I kind of think they're aiming for him at this point.
yeah, you take 5 hit points of damage, Curzum, and once again, everyone's giving you the advice to stop, drop, and roll.
Well, okay, maybe also stop getting hit by very slow-moving fireballs.
And meanwhile, Emily is back. It's Backpack that's climbing the
I'm going for it.
All right, so
mesmerized.
you guys have been arguing about, Curzum's like, I'll go up the rope, and you're like, well, I can go up the rope, and I'll go up and hook it on the thing, and he's like, I can go up the rope, and that's when on the farm, and so no longer having an opponent in the argument, you go ahead and you swim up the rope. So you get to the to where this banner is coming down, and it is indeed a sheet of rock. That is hanging down. It's just very thin. It's got the word, greetings written on it. Then one of the Zorn is looking down at you, and it says, welcome, denizen of the elemental plane of fire.
Oh, yes, greetings. I am indeed of the elemental plane of fire.
No.
Yes, and then you are suddenly deluged in a gout of what smells to be oil, flammable oil.
Oh, thank you so much for this skin
You
moisturizer.
never tell them the truth. They're about to be cooked.
You're about to be a fried backpack.
Can I heal myself while I'm watching this?
Yeah, you can heal yourself, and then you see the that's when you see the ball of flaming pitch held out above
Wait!
and then dropped.
No!
They're gonna roll to hit.
Just kidding.
No.
Guys.
Yeah. So it doesn't quite hit you, but and so it goes down toward the ship and lands really, really near Curzum, who jumps to the side.
You want me to make a save for that?
But no need for make a save, because Backpack's going to be in trouble, because it does ignite some of the oil, and so it begins creeping its way over toward you. And when it gets to you, it's going to go up in huge flames. What do you do?
I'm going to try and get up on top of the island thing.
Okay, so you're going to scramble up there. Make an athletics check at DC 15 to beat the fire.
Athletics.
You got this.
Ooh.
Or acrobatics, whichever one's better.
Acrobatics, please.
Okay, yeah, you can use either one for this.
Either way, I failed it with a 9.
All right, so you spin your legs around like Daffy Duck trying to run away, but it doesn't happen, and so you suddenly totally catch fire, and you take 5 hit points of damage from the fire.
Okay, am I up though? Am I up on top?
Yes, you failed the roll. To see if just the climbing worked, make a DC 10 acrobatics check.
Okay, I can handle that. Okay, that I passed easily.
Okay, so you did manage to climb up to the top. It's just that the fire caught you before that happened.
I'm going to start hugging them while burning.
Okay, you do that. They're pretty much made of stone. Okay, so they're going. They're saying, "Ow, ow, ow, hot." Remember, elemental fire creature, salamander. That we are creatures of the elemental plane of Earth, just visiting your realm.
So why did you attack?
We didn't. That was an offering of your own native element, presented in good faith.
Oh, thank you. And I will stop dropping and rolling, because this is really starting to hurt.
Okay. All right, so you roll around, and the fire goes out, and you come up next to one of them, who appears to be looking at a very large map that's got all sorts of weird squiggles, and mystical runes, and pictures of planets and things like that. And so he's still looking at the map. He's looking at the map, and then he's looking out at the landscape, and then he's looking back at the map again, looking back at the landscape. And they have a big catapult where they're loading another ball of pitch into it.
This looks interesting. Do you mind if I call my friends up?
No problem whatsoever. We are always interested in trading with the salamanders and the other honorable inhabitants of the elemental plane of fire. And then the one who's got the map says,
No, these are not. They are not of the fire plane.
Oh, what are they doing here?
Oh, just tourists like yourselves. Yes, we would love to.
We will throw down the welcome ladder then, or we can bring the ship down. Either way.
That is a great idea. Send down the ladder. Send down the ladder.
Okay, so they hurl this great big made of stone ladder down, and so it lands next to you guys, and you guys gonna climb up or?
Definitely.
Okay. All right. So up goes Kurzim. Dane, are you going up? Okay. So everybody heads on up to the top, and one of the Zorn there says, "We are here to trade for the mystical fire opal." And the one who's got the map is still trying to sort of get people's attention.
Hey,
he's saying,
"You know you're not on the plane of fire, right?"
Yeah, dudes, this is the plane of Earth.
You guys they all sort of look at you, and then they look over at the guy with the map.
Let's see your map. We can maybe help you straighten out where you are.
Okay, so so he hands over the map, and on it there is a little piece of a little disc of bone that somehow seems to be attached to the parchment, and it says "You are here" on it. And the thing is that it seems to be swaying back and forth from one side of one of the lines to the other side of the line.
All right.
And
so
if you follow along, you're able to see. Okay, that's because
the thing. You're between water and earth right now.
I think your map is broken.
No, I think it's working just right. It's just the planes are sort of, doing this thing right now.
But the fire, I can tell you how to get to fire from here in exchange for a service.
Oh, good. Of course. Yes.
It's quite a simple service, actually. We need you to fly this island to Drownington and pick up some of our Zorn friends so they can get to their jobs. Because they're running late today.
Well,
they overslept, I think, and then they can get to their jobs and take care of that.
I don't think taking to them. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think they need to be taken to their jobs. I think their jobs are basically under the swampy water, and they can't swim there because it's the elemental plane of water is like a solid wall to them. So,
but they said they couldn't get there, but we can get them to the upper part.
No. They couldn't. They couldn't get to the bone of the earth that is the thing that's preventing the earthquake because they can't get down into the area. They're blocked because of the water. So basically that's the reason they can't do their job. I mean, they could walk over to where the factory thing is across the swamp, but they slip and they fall and stuff like that.
But if we get them to that bone of earth, then can't they get into it?
No. I think they need to get down to where it is.
They need to get down to the middle of it and work on the middle and stuff.
We need to stop the water before they can even get to the place.
All right. Yeah, so we'll need a favor to show you that, but go to Drownington and wait for us there. We'll be by in a little bit. We have to make a message.
Well, maybe airship can take us to place where factory is a bit easier than roly poly.
Sure.
I don't know. It seemed. Did it seem like vehicle really needs name? The big worm creature thing was having issues in the swamp in this kind of issue, or
the fire crawler?
The fire crawler, yeah. Well, that's a good name. That is good, better than roly poly. Yes, fire crawler. Was it able to? It was good. We can just. I don't know. Yes.
It seemed like it was moving along fine.
Okay, well let's hop to. We'll get these guys to maybe meet us at Drownington later, and we go fix everything.
Hopefully they know where Drownington is since the name was just changed.
Well, we can see it.
Yeah, it's on their map, Drownington.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome.
It's
the name changed automatically.
Updates automatically. It's like Google Maps.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have good Wi-Fi.
They're like, okay, and they're mischief managed, and then they close their map.
All right, so you guys climb back down the ladder, and then their island begins slowly, moving off in the general direction of Drownington, and then it turns and begins turning away from Drownington and heads off slowly toward the horizon.
You think they need to calibrate their
their map's broken.
Magic compass.
So there you guys are on the fire crawler.
Somebody did not level their bed.
We'd like to.
You've really jumped into the whole 3D printing thing with both feet.
It's intense.
Clearly, Allah has not yet had a chance to get within 3 feet of the printer.
I wanted to show her how. She's just like, no, I'm just going to play with cats.
Yeah.
What's with the ladder?
Print this for me.
Cats.
Yeah, there's actually a whole separate area that you cannot see above here. No, it's just that's my
the 3D. That's the 3D printing loft.
Yes, I printed it. It's cool, yeah.
7,000 hours.
Yeah. All right, so you guys, you get back into the fire crawler, and it starts, thump, 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 thump over the ridge, gets down into the water and begins churning its way forward again. And off in the distance, you're getting closer and closer to these giant mountains of ice that are over there, that are the elemental plane of water. And you're now able to see the river where it's coming down, and to see that at the mouth of the river, where it sort of empties into the swamp, that there is there are a couple of buildings there, although they appear to be surrounded by a wall, and it's also covered by a glass dome. Any preparations before you hit the point where you're going to be there?
I'm going to make sure we distribute one of those potions of water breathing to everybody.
Okay.
I kissed false life on myself.
Okay.
Just, I don't know if my arrows will work underwater. Guess we'll find out.
So you get you approach the thing slowly, and then it comes up to this giant gate, which would easily be large enough for the fire crawler to go through. It is guarded by 2 Zorn. They look very different from the ones that you've seen so far, because these ones look muddy and squishy, and they've got like these sort of flippers on their little feet instead of having more like elephant type feet. So your fire crawler, thumps up to the gate. What do you do?
Dismount.
Okay. So you climb off the deck of the crawler, walk up to the Zorn.
Yeah.
All right. They're standing there, looking friendly.
We've got our paperwork in order.
Boss sent us. We have a message for the director.
We need to see your pass.
I begin rummaging around in my bag.
Okay. They watch.
Here, let me help you. I go behind him and quickly write up a note.
Okay. All right. So backpack comes out with a note. What does it say?
It says official authorization granted by order of the boss.
Okay.
It's like, I love how in my head it's like a crown drawing of like, we are allowed to be here. Signed, right. Boss.
Come on. Yeah.
So the Zorn look at it. Yeah. So
my forgery is pretty good though, so
All right, they look at it, and one of them holds it out to the other, and he says, "I don't think this really looks like the boss's signature." And the other one looks at it and he says boss. The other one's like, okay. All right. Okay, go. So go on through.
How is that all the way filled with water still?
Is what?
The inside?
No, there's no water in it at all.
All right. Okay.
Now that we are closer, what is Glass Dome actually appear to be glass, or is it like Crystal Fortress or like ice?
Ice.
It looks like it's ice, yeah. And okay. Then So you walk in. There's a sort of a large courtyard. There are several people sort of bustling around. You see a very large crane that appears, and it appears to be made out of rock. Everything is basically either rock or ice here, and so there's this big rock crane, and it goes out over the river. And right now, what it's got a metal chain going down there, and then they've got like a closing, one of those, like the claw game where you try and grab the toy. So it's got one of those at the end, and it's holding what appears to be a slab of ice. And there's a Zorn working it down at the bottom, and he's cranking it around, and so it's starting to come over to the top of a conveyor belt that is moving around. It's being cranked by another Zorn, and these slabs of ice are sort of going off into a building, and then you can't see what's happening from that point. Let's take our break. It's 7 o'clock. 10 minutes.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So should we plot something with Matt not here?
I feel like we should.
I feel like we're just going to end up dismantling this place. Well, let's always start by going to the guy in charge, because if you can eliminate him.
We have a super official document for closing this place down, but we still don't know why the planes are all,
Do you remember the demon's name was like Thrice Skull or something like that? It was
yeah.
Where did Gabe go? He went up to the 3D printing loft.
I'm still here. I'm listening. I'm just getting a refill.
Are you changing? You're changing outfits already?
I've got a wireless headset, so I'm walking around.
You gotta let us know when it's costume change time.
It can be. I'm just walking around. I'm about to go downstairs.
Oh, will you give me a refill too?
I will get you a refill as well.
Sweet.
Since you're up.
What are you drinking? What do you want?
She's gonna drink whatever you bring to her and be grateful.
Right? I'm gonna bring her water.
Warm tap water.
Her face.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Gabe. Oh my
Hello.
gosh, that's the first time I've seen you in a shot together.
Right? So good. So yeah, I guess we can go see the demon, and then if he starts shit about our totally legitimate document, we'll start shit back.
Well, the demon isn't here. It's going to be one of those people. Those
Gorn?
people. No, one of the Zorn the Gorn.
The Gorn. I don't know. Zorn.
I think they were calling them mud puppies.
And if we can get them to just close it up, that would be good.
That would be the most easiest way to do it.
But then we'd have to deal with an angry demon who may not like us closing this thing. I don't have a better visual for whatever the planes are doing right now, but it's
Yeah. Well, that makes the most sense. It's starting to look a little obscene.
We'll deal with the demon when we got to deal with the demon, I guess. Have some holy water.
All right, you be the brave one. You and your holy water.
You guys are the talkers. Whenever there's trouble, just shout at us, and we'll get ready to start shit.
Finch was making fun of me for getting the 3D printing thing. I will say, prior to this session, I always covered my camera with a little piece of cloth. 3D printed myself a camera cover.
Oh.
I paid like $5 for my camera cover. I feel like I lost.
I use a Post-it note that I can flip back and forth.
My cover's pretty nice, so it's got a hinge and shit.
Oh no, this looks like it's no, this is actually not a Post-it note. It's a taped on bike shop receipt piece.
That actually makes sense. It's actually easier to flip than a Post-it note.
Yeah.
Because the Post-it note will want to fold at the sticky edge. Rather than flip.
I'm looking for excuses at this point.
And then my iPad has one on it that's just a piece of something that had my name on it. I think that was from North Texas, actually, when Mike labeled shirts. Mike and Dave.
Somebody put the label maker to good use.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any plans for this one.
I mean, I think no matter what we do, we're gonna piss off the demon somehow. So.
Well, at least on the bright side, we will have very thankful angel of Rockplane that will be very grateful.
We do have an angel on our side, but it's kind of one of the trash angels.
Do we have the giant floating head thing? I don't think it's a trash angel. I think it's
no, it's not like the trash angel, but he's like half an angel.
He's a member of Trash Force 4.
He was hanging out with 2 other trash angels and also like trash. I don't want to speak to Muriel. I don't want to call it
trash
Muriel.
Goddess.
Trash
they were
goddess.
quite upset by being called trash angels too, by the way. Well, they did not like that. Super rude of us.
Yeah. So we need like a fancy elven word for trash that sounds really cool.
I feel like they'd speak.
It's like a lot of vowels. We just call it just trash.
Just trash.
Just trash.
Trash doesn't sound sexy in elven either.
Just shush.
It's just trash.
Oh, just trash. It's not trash, it's just trash. Gotcha.
Okay. Everybody ready?
As
ready
will
as we
ever
can be. Yep.
Okay. All right, so you guys are sitting and watching all this operation, and then one of the Zorn near the crane looks over at you, and he points 2 of his 3 arms at you, and yells out of the top of his head, "There's things in the factory."
Got it.
Things. Right.
So
where's the director?
3 or 4 Zorn are moving toward you, and when you ask that question, they sort of look at you and they say to the other, "The things are talking."
What? I'm gonna hold up the letter and point at it and very dude.
Okay.
The forged letter or the pass?
Do we have an actual pass?
Well, your fake pass. We also have a forged letter.
You still have the pass.
The pass that I just wrote.
All right.
But you can pull out the letter also.
Yeah, no, they look at that and they immediately. So okay, the director's office is over there. Sorry, Thing, I didn't know you had an important pass.
Yes, we are very important things.
Okay, so
we appreciate it. Whatchamacallit.
Okay, and so you head over to the building that they point out.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you go over to the building and you see, watching you out of a window, there is a very tall person wearing a turban with a long mustache that is, waxed into 2 long mustache things.
Gross.
This is technical term.
Yeah, mustache things. And he's got a long pointed beard.
Oh, is he like a follower of that weird angel dude like you, Dane?
Well, no, I was thinking he looked maybe a little bit more like one of well, I guess the crappy Dijin that we saw, or Dijin, or a genie type person that we met.
That is much more like what he looks like, only way thinner and less powerful looking. And so he gets up, and a moment later the door opens up, and he walks out, and he says, "Who are you?"
Messengers. I'll hand him the forged letter that we created.
Okay, so he unrolls that. Let's roll the dice and see. He says, "This is not possible. We have a contract."
We are not aware of any contract.
Well, no,
don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, man, we're just here to deliver.
You know how business is.
Okay.
Things
Also,
change.
that was COD as well, by the way.
Don't push your luck, Grissom.
Hey, that's another die roll there.
Oh, man.
He says, "That's insane. This letter must be a forgery." We rolled a natural 20 on this one.
God.
Conveniently out of view for everyone involved.
I'm gonna.
All right, there we are.
Hang
on.
Yeah.
Looks like a 0.
D20s don't have a 0 on them.
D20s have exactly 2 zeros.
Nerd.
Gabe, I adore gaming with you.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I very much enjoy it
I
as
wouldn't
well.
steer you wrong, Matt.
All right, so
Can I cast friends on him?
sure. Okay, so you go into spell casting. We'll go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
To find out how fast
This is just friends.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
That's his elven version of spell.
all right. So what begins happening at the opening of the round?
Is this an
We don't want to see anymore.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, at the beginning of the round, he looks up at the sky and he shakes his fist at the sky and says, "This cannot possibly be happening. This cannot be happening." Meanwhile, Backpack starts casting her spell. So in initiative order from whatever you guys get, tell me what you do. He is not looking at you at all.
So I'm on a 17. Is anybody higher than that? Allah.
16. Sorry.
What?
Yeah.
What did you
How
roll?
am I going first?
I rolled a 10.
Oh,
I'm gonna ruin everything if I go first. This is horrible.
Hold action
aim on 6.
until I finish my song.
All right. You strike up
that.
the music at the beginning. All right. So and then you're gonna hold initiative, Curzon?
I'm going to wait until the halfling goes.
Okay. So I've got a saving throw, right?
Yep, it'll be
It doesn't.
charisma 14.
No, it doesn't even matter.
He failed it
The
good.
first time I've seen that cantrip actually pay off.
It's a good cantrip.
All right. So he finishes shouting at the sky, and he looks down. And he says, "I've been abandoned by everyone." Points at Backpack and says, "You are my only friend."
And this is a concentration, so I will continue singing while I clasp his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So what can we do to help you get this expedited? I mean, we're not working now since our only job was to deliver that message.
He says,
I'll take the paper back from him too now.
Okay.
Just so we can't look at it again.
We'll help out where we can, man.
Well, no, do not think it's so bad. Like, the director... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He thinks you've done very great job. Just wants you to, we need to, change course back to where it was, move on. He really likes the work you've done. I'm sure he will have more works for you in the future, and you'll do a great job as you have done so far.
He says, no, you're lying. It's a forgery. Everyone's trying to fool me. The only people I can trust are Thricevax the Demon and this very short thing.
We call her Backpack.
And
I can't stop singing to tell him anything.
Well, she's our friend and you're her friend, so that makes us.
And I'm gonna nod and like shake his hand and like gesture to them.
But he says, but they're terrible liars. They're not only trying to extort money, but they're trying to shut down the entire operation. And I'd be fired by the Transplanar Resource Mercantile Association second revision if that happened.
Well, if you were going to shut it down and it wasn't going to be your fault, how would it be done?
Oh, well,
just theoretically, spitballing here. Really? Oh,
wow.
Oh,
this is gonna be a good night for us, Matt.
I know it.
Don't jinx us. We haven't even gotten into combat yet. Don't jinx us.
So he says, well, I don't know. I mean, I suppose that the worst thing that could happen, you mean if there was an accident or something?
Yeah, just something so that you could keep your job, but, you know, because you're our friend now. We're going to do what we can to make sure you don't get in trouble.
Well, I mean, I don't trust you further than I can throw you, but
you can throw me pretty far.
Well, it's true, but you know, so I'll tell her. And so he looks at Backpack and he says that probably the worst thing that could happen here, well, I mean, breaking the crane would slow things down, but you know, every so often there's a log jam because the ice slabs come down. We mix it in with the diamond dust. And then we're able to sort of turn it into something that we can carve into armor for ice demons, which, you know, that's what we're here to do. So, you know, I suppose that would be a big problem. Or if there were some sort of big explosion up above the river, that would cause big chunks of ice to come down and block the river so that we couldn't get our ice slabs that the ice toads are processing for us back in the mountains. Anything that interrupted any of that chain of things would be disastrous, of course. Or losing any of the records that I keep in the second drawer of my desk, that would really cause confusion if anything were to happen. And also, if everyone died from a disease,
he's got a lot of ideas.
Would any of those get rid of the water and the elemental plane of Earth?
Oh, well, yeah. If there were a big explosion up on the heights.
Oh,
can you trigger that? Oh, I can't say anything.
Remember the earthquake? That we're not supposed to, we're supposed to stop an earthquake. That's my Tovak voice, but there's like an earthquake that we're like supposed to stop, dudes.
That's so. I've never seen diamond dust mixed with ice before. Where do you do that?
We do that over in the manufactory floor. And so he points at the building where the conveyor belt is taking the big slabs of ice.
So, guys,
can I get a pass to look in there while you hang out with our friend?
You got to sing it, Emily, if you want to get the.
I'm starting to lose my voice, so you better hurry up, because he will know he was charmed as soon as this.
Where
fa la 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 la, the spell expires.
Gabe, where are the explosives again?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't think we have explosives. I'm just saying, if there were a big explosion on the heights, or if an island dropped into it, or if a frost giants came over the horizon and stopped things, would also do that. Volcano, but I don't think there are any around here.
I'm going to walk towards the building that does the diamond dust thing.
Okay. He sort of trails along after you, saying that a rain of fire, if the elemental fire suddenly crossed over the area, would probably cause melt off. And okay, so you get over to the building.
Can we establish real quick? Does anybody in particular know if they have Eye of Bertoka? I will say I might have Eye of Bertoka.
I know who has the eye.
Who has the eye? It's very important. You do? Can you give me eye?
Yes.
You may need Brentoka's expertise here, guys.
Well, this is fine. Don't worry about it. Brar is just not Brar. Whatever my character's name is, Dane has a very good plan.
Okay, so you're gonna put in the eye?
Nope.
Okay.
I have it. I have it in my hand.
Okay.
And I
Just
continue.
in case we need him.
I follow along.
All right.
I'll be right back. I just want to go check this out.
All right. So then suddenly he turns around and he squints his eyes over toward Backpack.
I slam the eye into one of his eyes.
Oh gosh! That's a great plan.
And he says, "I despise every single one of you."
Well, the feeling is reachable, but right now, it is important that we deal with this issue at hand, and I could think of no better ally than Brotoka.
No, I think that perhaps you
the
could...
most fabulous of sorcerers.
It's true,
And
but
we've also found you a semi-permanent body.
That's
Oh.
true. You
long
can
would you
stay
like
in
to
this
stay
body
around?
as long as you want.
Oh.
And in fact, come over here and I will secure that eye in so that it doesn't jostle out easily.
Not you. I know all of you at this point. You, and he points at Steve.
Yeah.
Well, she might knock it out.
Nah, dude.
I'll
I'm
hold it in. And so he holds the eye steady and he says, "All right, how are you planning on attaching it?"
I will take some gauze and stuff from my healing kit and sort of cut a little hole
Okay.
so that there'll be gauze around, and then she can sort of wrap it around so that it's in there good.
Okay.
I was just gonna rip out the other dude's eye and stick Brentoka's eye just really in there deep. And then we can put some gauze over it.
you put the arrow away.
All right. Actually, Bratoka says, "Yes, that's the way it's got to be done."
Well, tell you what,
I like this plan.
I like this plan too. I think Brotoka likes plan. Let's say if you help us out here, we will do a more permanent solution. I think it's probably a little bit difficult for you to do this kind of operation by yourself. Maybe
He says,
you help
"Not
us,
really," and he
we'll
puts
help
his
you.
hand up and he rips out the eye and and then sort of secures the thing in there, and then it opens the eye up, and you see a blue light suddenly begin to glow from that eye.
Oh, I'm really glad
Nice.
to do that to one of us.
I'm super disappointed I didn't get a chance to carve
All
out
right.
this dude's eyeball.
Come on, we got to get this.
Steve puts
I'm
his
heading
arrow
into where
away.
the diamond dust was.
Okay, well,
All right, so Bratoka says, "Very well, let's go along and see diamond dust, and then we're going to have to get off the elemental plane of Earth."
Well, first we have to stop the water from entering the elemental plane of Earth.
You.
And the earthquake, dudes. We keep forgetting about this earthquake. It's just gonna wreck shit.
Yeah, so the stopping the water is going to stop the
the
earthquake.
first step to stopping earthquake is stopping water. I'm
Is
sure
that
there's
is that your ship outside the gates?
No,
a friend of ours.
it's not ours. We're just borrowing it, man.
Yeah. All right, fine.
It's true.
No, it's not, but all right.
Oh, did they actually give us the ship? I thought we were just borrowing it. That's
No,
It's
you aren't.
perfectly-
You're just borrowing it, but right. Let's go and see the diamond dust, says Bratoka, and walks into the
yeah.
Oh,
factory
boy.
floor.
Nothing could possibly go wrong here.
Can we pause for just a second? I need a technical question.
All right.
Anyone know here on Google Hangouts how I can get off of being stuck on one person's picture at a time?
Yes.
Click off of them. Just click them again.
Click them again. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks.
Mhm.
Resume.
All right. So he walks in and he looks around at all these Zorn who are working, and he says, "Am I in charge here?" And all of the Zorn sort of look at him, and they're like, "Yes." And he says, "Very good. Inspection time." And he walks over to the thing, and he says, "You there? Is this the diamond dust?" And they say, "Yes." And he says, "Start packing it into bags."
I provide bags.
Oh heavens. Okay.
Oh, we got all those bags. We did. We've had a shit ton of bags earlier. Pardon my French. This isn't a kid-friendly show, is it?
No, it's pretty much not a kid-friendly show.
We definitely circumcised Dragon on an earlier episode. I think perhaps
It
less
wasn't a
than
complete
kid-friendly.
circumcision. It was just a really uncomfortable nut twister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So did he say there was something about this area being...
Ian's still wincing at the whole concept of that one.
That's not cool.
Okay.
Not even to a dragon.
So diamond dust is all very well and good, but we have to figure out some way to stop the redirect.
Bertoka, you have to please instruct them to jam up the river.
I don't have to do anything. At the
That's
moment,
why
I'm very busily collecting diamond dust from my friendly minions here.
Bertoka, what if we collect the diamond dust for you while you manage the blocking up of the thing?
Why would I manage the blocking up of the thing and leave you alone with diamond dust when I don't trust any of you in the slightest bit?
Because we just got you out of there and found you a permanent host.
So?
Well,
What have you done for me lately?
Well, we carried you out of the dragon's hoard. We found you host. We can take it away again.
I don't think so. Not with my 10 Zorn here.
These aren't Zorn.
Yes, if you are going to address them properly. But don't worry, we are all on the same side here. Let us just... we need you to change flow of river because you are by far the most competent among us. And
the most intelligent.
I am going to do a bardic inspiration for Dane to do a persuasion on Brentoka.
Okay, because meanwhile, Brentoka is ordering the Zorn to start carrying the diamond dust to what he says is his ship.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Persuade Brentoka, Dane.
Okay. What is that gives me a D6 in addition to my normal horrible roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Persuasion. Ooh, that's actually not too bad. That's going to be a 23.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Not too bad. That was unbelievable.
Give me a 23 performance and you can have it.
You want a performance as well?
What do you? Well, no, I'm saying what is it that you're going to say?
Oh, yes.
Listen, this is 5th edition. He just has to roll a die.
No,
yeah, right.
I thought the persuasion was what I was already saying to him, but I will continue. Look, Brentoka, look, any naked person can pack diamond dust into little baggies for you.
Yes, and they don't even have to be naked. Come along, Zorn.
Well, no, but the point is they don't need a magic user of your caliber and your intellect to oversee them packing diamond dust into little bags. There are some jobs that are appropriate for menial people such as Zorn and ourselves, and there are other tasks that are only suited towards very powerful magic users such as yourself. I am just saying that maybe you could... I think you have great potential if you would just show the world what you are capable of, such as...
believe me, dwarf.
Changing the course of a...
That is exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to show the world my potential.
Are you saying you can't change course of river?
Of course I can change the course of the river.
Because you seem very hesitant to try. You're not even giving it a second thought.
Maybe he's not really that powerful of a wizard, dudes.
Well, no, just Steve, hold on. He's probably just getting used to nobody. He's not quite up to full potential. He's a little bit feeling different teeth, that sort of thing.
Well, look at it this way. You're asking me to do something I've got absolutely no interest whatsoever in.
Or capability.
Changing the course of the river. It's as if I was suddenly asking you to go and kiss that Zorn over there.
What, that one?
You wouldn't, that one. You wouldn't do it, would you?
He's gorgeous.
Do it.
What? I don't know.
The Zorn.
Do it, Dane.
Zorn.
Do it.
Well, okay. If I kiss...
With tongue.
Oh, hold on.
Do it, Dane.
No,
Matt,
look.
Can I slip out while they're doing this? And
Yes.
go back to that guy's building into his desk?
Yes.
My ability to kiss Zorn is not really what's in question here.
And neither is my ability to change the course of a river.
Well, it is right now.
Right there.
It is right now. For what we know, you can make fire, you can levitate stuff, you talk a big game. But your abilities, very much in question.
I tell you what, when you do get back to the prime material plane that we came from, you can evaluate what all happens there and decide. And he starts walking out behind the Zorn, who've now packed up most of the diamond dust in the direction of the ship. All right, Curzim, this is...
Yeah, I mean, Curzim, go ahead, but I'm curious what the DC would be to try and tackle him and like pull that eye out. The old-fashioned way, fingers. Getting in there deep.
It would be sort of a grappling type of thing. I mean, not easy.
Well, maybe you can hold him down and make him look at us while we force Stain to kiss a Zorn.
No. We are past that point. We need to stop him now. Whatever you can do to stop him, we need to stop him.
All right. Well, no, I mean, he turns back when Backpack says about kissing the Zorn. He says, all right, look, if you go and kiss the Zorn, I will change the course of the river.
Fair enough.
Does he seem to be serious?
Oh, I'm serious as a heart attack, dwarf.
He must have been horrible in private school.
Sign this contract, please.
It's the one that says we're allowed in, signed boss.
It's also granting conditional consent for the Zorn, who's going to be kiss raped.
Okay, so he says, he says, if you want to stop and write a contract, you may sit down and write a contract here while I take the Zorn and the diamond dust, and then he starts walking again.
No, I'll do it. And I will run up to the Zorn and start smooching.
See, we don't. Okay, so you go up and you kiss the Zorn.
I go up and kiss the Zorn.
That's
we lost Gabe.
Apparently, the whole idea of kissing a Zorn caused Gabe to lose his internet connection.
Oh no!
He's ashamed, is what it is.
Yeah,
he's just like, I can't be part of this anymore.
I can no longer lend my support to this venture. Okay. So, all right. So Backpack is over there smooching the Zorn. Here he is.
Oh no! Gabe just posted in the comments. He said, "I apparently DC'd, but I totally kissed the Zorn."
Oh, okay. So, all right. So he goes over and kisses the Zorn. Both of you guys are kissing the Zorn.
Yeah, well, this is a three-way with the Zorn.
Oh, hold on. If someone's already there, I don't need to be there. I was just thinking he asked me to. I DC'd, but I still would. Go ahead, please. Ladies first.
Well, whatever you do, I don't care. I'll kiss the Zorn.
Okay, you kiss the Zorn.
I've always been Zorn curious.
All right, that's the point at which Bertoka and his Zorn, all except for the one, walk out the door headed toward the ship.
Okay, it's just rude. Let's get him, boys.
Get his
I'm gonna just tackle. If he's gonna walk away, I'm gonna tackle him and try to pull his eyeball out.
Okay, there are, call it 2 Zorn close to him.
That's all right. I'll fuck him up later.
All right.
Can I get at the desk before she starts that?
Oh yes, you've already gotten, I assume, the papers out of the desk, or? Well,
I'm gonna look for the whole thing.
Okay.
I'll pick any locks I have to if I can.
Okay. You've got this big sheaf of papers that are held together in a leather folder that's stamped with the word ledger, and you've got a pile of about 10,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds there.
Nice.
What else? That's probably about it. That's there.
Okay.
And there's an ornate jade hookah on the table that is carved to look like a peacock.
How big is that though? That's huge.
It's about foot and a half tall, maybe. Okay.
Jade hookah. It's going in.
All right. So you come running out with the hookah under your arm and the bag under the other arm, and your purse bulging with diamonds. And you see Bertoka and a group of Zorn on their way over toward the ship, and all of a sudden Steve comes running out after them.
What?
What do you do?
I jog to catch up. Hey, hold up! Wait for me.
Does that stop you, Steve?
No.
Okay.
Steve's on a mission.
Steve is on a mission.
Just wait till we're on the ship. Wait till we're on the ship.
So, how are we going to do this? First thing is that you're going to have to pin him. Where's my player's handbook?
Yeah, and I'm kind of shitty at athletics, so this is going to be interesting.
Fortunately, his body is pretty. He was tall and skinny, I think, and probably he is not the best at athletics either.
It's a gin.
Yep.
Yeah, grapple, I think, is just straight athletics.
It is just straight athletics.
Okay, so
Well,
everybody just adds. Everybody adds their bonus to that.
Yeah.
So let's find out how strong a djinn would be. There's the monster manual. It's holding up some. Holding up a wall for a picture.
Wait, a djinn? Or is that what the mustachioed guy is?
He was something like that. I don't know exactly what he is.
It's well, he's a djinn, Jinn, which
Jesus.
isn't.
We put Bertoka in a djinn's body.
Yes, that's why he's.
We?
Bertoka himself is only a 3rd level sorcerer. You know that, but he picks up the power of the person that puts the eye in there. So yes,
it was terrible. Who thought of that? That was a fucking horrible idea.
We had no idea he was a djinn.
This
we
is
thought
how.
it was just a.
I knew he was a djinn from the moment he was described.
Why did he not say something?
See, this is how supervillain origin stories work.
This is how we get our big bag evil guy, guys.
Right.
We
Okay.
created our own villain.
The only magic item we've really truly found, and it's a piece of crap. It's just screwing us over again and again.
Well, it's gotten you through a couple of situations.
Set up some scrapes.
He's got a.
I still have
his strength. His strength is 21.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, of course it is, because he's a fucking djinn. That's bullshit. All right, with my 10 strength.
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay. Oh, come on, dice.
Oh wait, plus he's got a proficiency bonus too, wouldn't he?
Only if he's proficient in athletics.
No, but I mean because because you're not adding your level proficiency bonus.
And it's
I am trained in
it's only if he's trained.
And it's opposing checks too.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
He can use acrobatics to get out of it as well.
But it's opposing checks to grapple.
So he's got a 16. What have you got?
I rolled a 15.
Oh. All right. So
I was really excited about my roll, and I was like, oh yeah.
All right. So you're doing a pretty good job of it. You tackle him, you get him around the legs, which you should have been able to just sort of flip him sideways. And so you flip and it doesn't work, and you flip and it doesn't work, and he's looking down at you, and he snaps his fingers at the Zorn and he says, "Kill them."
Bertoka, why? I thought we were friends, dude.
All right, so there are 4 of you guys and 10 Zorn plus the genie. What do you do?
Jesus.
Well, how close was I when he said that?
30 feet.
I'll try to tackle him too.
Can we do some kind of initiative thing? Because I want to hex the motherfucker.
Yeah, at this point, let's go ahead and do some initiative. So,
at least I got my 1s and 3s out of the way.
All right.
All right. So he's going in 7. So
24.
4.
I'm on 10.
All right.
Yeah, I'm at 24.
Oh, 24. Okay.
And I'm at 14.
All right. That's going to be you going first, Ala.
Oh, yeah, and I kind of want to try and grapple him again.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
But we'll see what happens. Okay, I just need that sweet, sweet high roll for this thing, too. I rolled a 2.
A 2. He rolled a 9.
Yeah.
All right, so you...
Do we have any of those sweet, sweet inspiration points that 5e likes to give out?
Okay, I was going to do guidance on you if I got close, but...
Yeah, well, Steve is still, he has started stepping forward a little bit, and Steve is now
got his ankle.
Is being dragged along by the ankle, and Steve's biting at his knee, but the teeth aren't getting through.
Stop moving, man.
Okay, so that's in 24. Then I think we drop to 10, right?
18 for Emily.
18 for
All right.
me.
All right, I'm gonna cast sleep over that whole area.
Okay.
It's gonna be awkward when we find out elementals are immune to it.
I don't think so.
I can't remember if they are or not.
I
I don't think they are.
At least we'll be peaceful when they kill us.
They're immune to a bunch of things, but not.
So who's right up there with Bentoka? Steve.
Me.
Steve
Are
is
you the only one?
Steve is immune to sleep because he's an elf.
Well, is Ian up there?
Not yet. I'm 30 feet away.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
So it's a 20-foot area. It depends on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll aim it so it's not on you.
12,
I'm pretty sure it starts with the lowest hit point
13.
creature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You might put a Zorn to sleep. Should be interesting. You see it with its jaw like hanging out.
No, gang. Zorn have 73 hit points.
Whoa.
So there's 730 hit points worth of Zorn here, plus the Jinn.
TPK. Cool.
My sleep isn't going to do nothing.
Nope. Well, one of the Zorn blinks its eye a little bit, and like it's got something in its eye.
It yawns, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
To be fair, it is going to do nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. It made it yawn.
Okay. Can I have casted that at level 2? Does that change it?
A little bit, but not much.
It's not going to change it enough to.
It's not worth it.
Affect. Yeah, I mean that would give you an additional 2 8-sided dice to it.
So
which,
78, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not gonna.
Well, shoot, that stinks. That's kind of useless now.
Against something like this.
Zorn and Jinn.
All right, so that was in 18, and so now it's in
14.
When
14 is
what
me.
Do you do? What do you do?
I am going to try to tackle Ritoka.
All right.
Matt's laughing at me. Listen, you never know.
I believe in your rolls better than I believe in my rolls.
I will Bardic Inspire him.
Okay.
What does
My
that do?
song quickly changes from a lullaby to a rousing tune.
I rolled a nat 20 too.
Oh.
Did you really?
I
Yes.
did. But I don't know what.
You may need. Okay, so you're gonna.
What does the inspiration do?
You've
D6.
Add a d6.
So that might do it for me.
That might be.
yeah,
So I have a 5.
Ooh.
all right.
I think that's gonna tie.
And it's going to be a tie because he's got a +5 strength.
Does attacker win on those?
Wow, we've got a tie at 25 on that roll. That's pretty badass for something that's not.
I don't even know what happens on a tie.
I don't either. I'm looking it up. Grappling.
I think attackers generally win ties for.
I think we should just go with that.
Yeah.
But I'm really not just bullshitting this like I was the elemental ice stuff. But come on, guys, it makes sense. It's like liquid nitrogen in a glass tube.
It totally makes sense. You pulled it off.
Yeah. Let's take a look at page 195.
Oh boy.
Oh, son of a bitch.
No trust for us, Matt. None at all.
I know. No, it's not. It's
I feel sick to my stomach right now. Let's see here.
Oh, we're doing it totally wrong anyway, so.
Oh. How's it supposed to be done?
It's just a well, I mean, like every grappling rule that's ever been done for D&D, it's not all that great a rule. Basically, you roll a strength Oh no, it is. It's a contested. It's contested strength against
Yeah.
Athletics, and so if you succeed at the check, so it's an opposed check. So that's going to take us to another. What happens in a tie?
So it's
I
just
will be right back in one quick second.
Okay.
she's going to cry.
Yes, I am.
So ability checks, if they match, it should be ours.
Where are you getting that?
If you look under ability checks.
Yeah, I am contests.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm just going by the attack rules where ties go to the attacker, not the defender. So
If it's a tie, it remains the same as it was before the contest.
In other words, he's not grappled.
oh,
That's I cannot think the correct answer.
lame.
All right.
I wasn't going to say it till someone else did.
Roll off for it.
All right. So Kurzim now plants his foot on Steve's back, jumps up higher, and grabs the djinn around the waist. But once again, that's not doing anything. So,
Bro, what if I helped you, dude?
yeah, I mean, you'll be able to help each other
If we
now.
live.
Y'all aren't going to live. You can't. Okay, I've given all the possible hints that I can on this. Right.
Sometimes.
Okay. They attack. The Zorn begins surrounding you, and
What do they? What action do they go at?
they're going to go at 9. Anybody before 9?
So Gabe goes at 10.
Yeah,
All right.
I go at 10.
Gabe, stop the TPK.
How do I stop this TPK? The only
I'll tell you
Apart
one way to stop a TPK
is to run away.
is just to take out the T from the TPK.
You could tell them he's an imposter.
So I'm still in the room they came out of.
Yep. 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna
4.
poke my head out. I'm gonna hex him so that he has got disadvantage on all strength checks going forward.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go hide.
Okay.
Let's go back into the diamond room.
Your hex.
It doesn't have a save at all.
Uh-huh.
And if I were to do damage to him, it would do more damage. But
Okay, so it's strength is the one that you're targeting. You're making him weaker.
basically, I'm gonna give him disadvantage on his grapple checks.
Okay. Well, yeah, you pick
His strength, yeah.
an ability type, so strength would be the one. Although if he's trying to escape, he could switch over to dexterity. But all right, so he's got disadvantage on strength checks now.
Was he using strength or dexterity before?
He was using strength.
Okay.
Because that gives him a +5.
Still got an action.
Yeah, about that.
Run away and hide.
So this room that I'm hiding in, how many exits are there? There's the one towards the crawler, obviously.
There's one that leads out the other end of the conveyor belt.
Yeah, I'm gonna head that way.
Okay, so you run down the conveyor belt. Is
Yep.
that going to allow you to keep concentration, though?
Hex does not require concentration. It lasts for 1 hour, up to 1 hour.
Yeah. Did you see the word before that, though?
Oh, let's see.
The C for concentration.
I
Yeah,
don't-
he can do another action while he's concentrating. It's just,
Yeah, it's if he casts another spell, it's a concentration spell that he cannot.
All right.
or he,
So, all
no,
or he
actually-
takes damage. Yeah.
right. So
maybe what I'm looking at is just busted, but it doesn't look like concentration to me. But
yeah,
either
it
way.
says duration concentration up to 1 hour.
My thing doesn't have that. But yes, I can continue concentrating on.
Yeah. So you can. All right. So you're thinking as hard as you can. Be weak. Be weak. Be weak. Be weak. Be weak. And you're running down the conveyor belt, and you're able to get to the end of the conveyor belt. When you get there, you see an area where people have been sculpting stuff, and there is a beautiful, ornate set of what looks like plate mail that is made out of ice, and it glitters with diamond dust and looks magical. That's where your round ends. Who else have we got after before 9?
That's it.
All right.
That's it. It's their turn.
All right.
Pain.
In 9, Zorn reaches all 3 of the 3 of you that are not turning tail and running. And so each of you is attacked by a Zorn. And so...
Time for pain. It's cool.
Time for a lot of pain.
It gets, let's see, 3 claw attacks and 1 bite attack. So, Steve,
cool.
I've got, let's see, 18 plus 6 is a 24.
Oh.
And then the next one is a 17. What's your armor class?
It's a 15.
Okay. The third claw is a 15. Yeah. All right. So 3 hits there. You have to listen to my numbers because I may make a mistake moving back and forth. A 15's a hit on you?
Yep.
Okay. So damage is... All right. So that does... Let's see. The first attack does 5, then 4 for a total of 9, and then another 9. So you take 18 points of damage from the claws. And it bites with only a 12. So although it grabs you, you're able to just, you push back with both your arms from going into the mouth.
I think he's just 30 damage in a single round, guys. It's fine. It's what I normally do. Is he'd like pass out unconscious.
You also see that one of the Zorn runs up, and there's Zorn heading for you all over the place. One of the Zorn gets in the way and starts fighting one of the other Zorn, trying to push it back.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that guy's our friend.
Yeah, it's the one that you kissed.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
you guys are married.
So he's fighting. Yeah, that's right. In their culture, that means...
Lord.
All right. So then on Kurzim, 3 claw attacks. What's your armor class?
20.
Nice.
Okay. They roll a 14, a 12, and a 25. So the 25 does 5 points of damage to you. And then it bites with an 18. All right. So you get off very, very lightly on your attack. Backpack. All right, there's a natural 20.
Oh Christ.
We're gonna have 2 people unconscious in a single round.
Oh, Muriel.
All right, so what's that do? How does the 20 work there?
What is the stone head doing? The 20, you get 2 times weapon.
Okay.
Plus your bonus.
Oh, and that'll be 12 plus the bonus is 3.
Oh man.
So that's 15 from that first claw.
Oh gosh, he better miss the other 2.
Second one's a 1.
Oh,
thank you. He claws himself. What? He gets a 1. He needs to do something nasty to himself. His third attack is him clawing his own.
His shame is immense.
All right, so yeah, if we were playing Swords and Wizardry, something bad would happen to him. But we're playing 5th edition, so
something bad still happens.
All right, yeah, he's
that ones are still a thing.
No, they're not. They're not critical fails in this game.
He blushes redly. He looks like a ruby. All right, you are hit by the third one for 8 points, and then it bites.
Oh my goodness!
And it misses with the bite. However, so
oh, good. Well, so I'm just unconscious, not dead.
Okay.
I pass out limply in its arms.
We both like pass out like together and just like gently touch pinkies and
are you down too, Steve?
I took 32 points of damage in a single round. Yeah, I'm
okay.
I only have 28 hit points. We're level 4.
All right. Level 4. Goodbye, level 4.
I'm gonna have to start all over with level 1s.
All right. So that's that round, and you guys. Okay, so at the beginning of the next round, you guys see Dane running like a motherfucker toward the ship with what looks like a bunch of ice held over his shoulder.
I misty step directly into that suit of armor.
Okay.
And then just book it like that.
Okay, so you see Dane wearing some glittering white armor, running up the gangplank to the ship.
Close the hitch. Close the hitch.
How far? How far is the ship?
Bitch, just gonna leave Curzon and us two behind.
Where is the stone head?
Adventuring party.
Yeah, where is the stone?
The stone head is up on the ship, but it does shoot an eldritch blast over at the gin and it misses.
Okay, not a totally useless trash angel.
How far is the ship from us?
About 100 feet.
What's between us and the ship?
Lots of Zorn.
Is it really just straight Zorn?
No, I mean they're pretty much ringed around you.
How tall are they?
It's like Thunderdome.
They're
like
human height, but they're size medium. So
how far is the crane from me?
60 feet.
Okay.
All right. So roll initiative.
Cool.
Oh. At least I used up a nat 1 on initiative.
Right? I used up my 2 on initiative.
Y'all are gonna have an awesome round.
we're rolling death saves.
Yeah, we're death saves.
All right, so that's right. So when it hits y'all's turns, death save. Curzon, when are you going?
I am going on a 13.
Okay, you win. What do you do?
I win?
Yeah.
The end.
Really?
I won D&D.
Grapple him. He's taking penalties.
He is hexed.
All right, screw it. I mean, we're already committed to this TPK, right? So,
except for Dane.
PK.
Remember
PK.
the Alamo.
PK.
It's only a PK if Dane gets out.
AP.
I'm gonna try to grapple him and get that eye out.
PPK?
All right, the hatch on the worm begins to clank shut slowly.
Screw you, Dane. That is so rude.
All right, go ahead, Curzon. What were you doing?
I was grappling him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. He's got a +5. He's got a 24. Oh, but he's got disadvantage. He has a 24 on one of them.
I'm helping.
And a 17.
You got this.
I beat him. I have a 19.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So you've got him. He's in the grappled condition. All right. So you've got him grappled. Then in 4, and you guys have got a 2 and a 1, right?
Well, but not on our bonuses. So Alla's at 8. I'm at 5.
Yep. We're just rolling death saves.
Yeah. Okay. So roll your death saves.
Wait, you're both down?
Yeah.
We're both unconscious.
Fuck.
Touching pinkies.
I make my first one, so.
All right. Hanging in there.
So that was my.
Wait, Emily, how'd you do?
I made my first one also.
Okay.
Could I have used like my bonus action to try to shake that eye out or something?
Just squeeze them until it pops out.
To bite it out with my teeth.
No, it just doesn't work that way, or that would be the way that everyone attacked monsters always.
Just asking.
It's harder to get somebody's eye out specifically than it is to kill them with a sword. So, all right, so more Zorn move up. And so Kurzim, you've now got 3 Zorn.
Oh, Gabe was at
Gabe
8.
is on an 8 too.
Okay.
What are you doing, you big coward?
Yeah.
Well, not coward. And how far away is this whole thing happening from me?
He's not a coward if there's no one left to tell about his cowardice.
He's at 100 feet.
He just salutes.
I would love to help.
All right, so
you guys are just too far away.
You can't cast nothing?
I can cast Eldritch Blast.
Then do it.
Okay. I'm gonna snipe one of Zorn that are coming up on Kurzim right now.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Yep. Roll a hit.
Nope.
Okay. Eldritch Blast shoots over the top, sort of like a one-gun salute as the sandworm, the fireworm continues closing its thing. All right. So Kurzim, you are being attacked by 3 Zorn.
Oh boy. I'm so sorry.
All right, so here we go.
No, you're not.
That's a 21 is the first roll, and that does 8 points of damage. Second roll is a miss. Third roll is a miss. And the bite is a miss. Second Zorn. Claw, miss. Claw, miss. Claw, hit. 8 more points of damage. Bite. Miss. Third Zorn. Claw hits. 8 points of damage. Claw misses. Third claw. Misses. Bite. Hits with a natural 20.
Oh.
Hold on,
We'll see.
All right. That's 3 6-siders times 2. That's a 5, a 4. So that's 9.
Oh,
10,
yeah, I'm down.
11 times 2 is 22 plus.
I'm down.
Okay, make sure to connect pinkies with us. We can do the pinky chain as you go down. Yeah.
So at least we'll like wake up together.
Right.
We wake up at all.
Wake up.
Yeah. Bratoka is not the kind of person who's gonna have you guys wake up.
Oh man.
So he yells over to Dane, and he says, "You there, dwarf. Don't close the hatch. We can negotiate a deal. I'd like to use that ship." The captain says to you, "I wouldn't do that if I were you."
Yes. I remember how sensitive Kipton was to noise, and I'm going to awaken mind directly into his brain. Get us the hell out of here.
Okay, so a gout of steam rises from the funnel, and the thing starts going clunk, clunk, clunk as the giant wheels back up in the other direction. And Dane drives off into the sunset of the joint area of the elemental plane of water and earth.
Oh.
Off he goes, disappearing toward the town of Drowning Hollow.
It's
Drownington.
Armor.
Drownington. Sorry.
At least the villain that you have chasing you is one that you made.
This is entirely your fault. Dane killed the party, created the big bag of evil guy, and survived to tell about it.
When I put eye into his face, there was definitely like, oh, that was a fantastic idea. It wasn't a bad idea. I just thought of it first. It just turned out okay. It was a bad idea, but it wasn't obviously a bad idea. Well, I'm sorry, my friend.
I cannot believe you guys did not run from that after.
Right, that was. Yes.
Everyone kept trying to tackle the genie, and you should have turned that into a foot race.
Well, I think he was ahead of us anyways, so I'm not sure.
How fast does Zorn move?
Oh boy.
Depends on if they can do their earth slide thing, I imagine.
Well, and we only had one round. You know.
It was a rough situation for us, and we thought we could just
say I feel like as soon as he was like, "Yo, yeah, he's got a 21 strength, and we're gonna try and grapple him." That's where
they have a movement rate of 20 feet.
Oh, so we totally could have outrun them.
Yep.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, didn't.
However, so we're still laying here unconscious. Is Brentoka like following up on that, or what's Brentoka doing?
Killing us. What do you think he's doing?
He's
chasing after Dane.
Talking to Dane, and actually, so go ahead and make a couple more death saves.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll both of mine at the same time and see what happens.
Oh, this is my first one.
Oh, boom, boom, boom! Oof. I am up.
Okay.
One hit point.
Ooh.
I make my first one.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Oh no!
You really died?
Yeah, I have to roll like a 2, a 3, and an 8.
I didn't think that could happen in 5th edition.
You can definitely die in 5th edition if you roll like garbage.
Okay. How are you doing, Kurzim?
I 20'd on my second one, but you
nice.
Do I need 2?
No, if you get a 20, I think you're straight up.
20 brings you back up.
You're up with
20 straight up.
Okay, so
I think a 20 is you make 2 saves.
I thought a 20 was 2 saves. I don't remember.
Well, a natural 1 is you fail 2 saves. A 20 is you're up with 1 hit point.
Yeah, 1 hit point.
Yeah. All right. So the two of you guys are up with 1 hit point, but he's walking back towards you. What do you do?
I get up, and how far is the building from me?
20 feet, maybe.
I run into the building.
Okay, you run into the building, and then you said you're playing dead, right?
Yeah.
Emily. Okay, so you start to get up, and then you do the performance of your life of being dead.
Performance of her unlife.
And I'm going straight for the second exit, so like with full movement.
Okay. So you're able to do that. What do you do once you get out that door? Now you can't see anything that's happening.
I'm going to what do I see outside the door?
A nice suit of armor.
Well, screw it. I'll take a suit of armor. I'm already here.
All right. So you grab the suit of armor.
And then I will heal myself too.
All right. How much do you get back?
Hold on. Let's use a second level heal. I get back 12, 15, 18.
Okay.
Honey, if I get you Thai food, will you only sleep in the bed tonight?
Give me that pineapple fried rice.
What kind of curry do you want?
And you can sleep on the floor in the bedroom.
Penang curry.
Penang? Okay, beef.
That's what I had was Penang curry.
Penang beef is like legit delicious.
It is legit delicious.
Are you gonna eat all my pad see ew again?
Oh, almost definitely.
Okay.
You should probably get
It's all legit delicious.
Right?
So
I freaking love Thai food.
Okay, here's my list of.
The worst part is I could have like just run out of there. My movement speed on Steve was just like stupid when I'm not dead.
I cannot believe you guys didn't run. I mean, I gave all the hints I possibly could.
Well, I thought, I think we figured that if we got the eye out, it would be less bad.
Yeah.
But we created a supervillain, and that's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
It's worth the death.
Yeah, you did. I mean, it's a good death to create a supervillain and then die from doing it. There's no question about that. All right, so where are you, Curzon? What do you do? You're healing yourself.
And then I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna go out the door. Hold on, let me see what I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna. So what? I mean, what do I see out the door? How far is the gate?
The gate's, what did I say? About 100 feet.
From. I'm taking Gabe's short way.
It was 100 feet. He was just.
I used my whole turn.
He was nowhere near anybody. So.
Is there anything between it?
Yeah, he's there.
Oh,
Plus,
he's standing between
the Zorn. Yeah, I mean,
there's no like buildings or anything for cover.
No, they're sort of arraying themselves between this building and the thing. Roll initiative because he's going to do something if you don't. So he's got a 12.
I have an 18.
Okay, so you're going first. What do you do?
I'm good. I'm just looking at my potions. Hold on.
Right. Emily, I've got a guess as to what you're doing, but what are you doing as all of this is going on?
I am staying perfectly still.
You are, okay.
Yeah. I mean, what can I see? Like barely squinting my eyes, Can I
well,
see
they've moved around to close in on Kurzim, and so at the moment, no one is actually looking at you.
Oh, then I am gonna stealthily get up very quietly and book it to
all right.
To where?
To where the ship used to be. You're going to have to run out into the elemental swamp.
Oh my god!
Worst places.
Sorry, guys.
I mean, I got no other. Can I run faster than the worm can move? Catch up to it?
How fast can you go?
25.
No, that's not going to do it. So
what's 25? You can double move. It's 50.
I mean, Dane is still thumping off. He's too far to yell at or anything like that.
Like how far?
500 feet.
Oh.
Is there any way that you can accelerate to? I mean, they're going at a speed of, let's call it 40, I guess.
Can you describe the entrance in the complex again, just so I can?
It's a large Roman-style gate in a tall wall, and there's the dome over the top of everything.
All right, and then there's a warehouse area.
Yep, okay, so you've got river with a crane, then you've got a manufacturing area, which is where most of this stuff happened. That's where the conveyor belt leads through. And then you've just come out into the manufacturing area where there's the armor and stuff. And it has the one door. It's got two doors leading out. Two of those face toward the ship. There's a third door. At the moment, you're standing at the door that leads toward the ship because you were looking out to see, and you see that they've got the whole thing sort of set up. You see Backpack run toward the gate and then sort of stop and look at the gate and throw her hands up in frustration. So what do you do?
How far can I make it to the river?
Yes. I mean, the way that you would get to the river would be to backtrack where you came from, run along the conveyor belt, and then across the remaining distance, which would be, I guess, about probably not more than 10 feet. So, I mean, you would not be able to get all the way there in one round, but it would also take you out of their line of sight to do that.
I would like to do that.
Okay. All right. So the round ends with Backpack having gotten your speed's only 25, so you're a quarter of the way to the gate. You've got 75 more feet to go.
Well, I assume I would have dashed.
Okay. So 50 feet. So you're halfway there, right? All right. So then.
So if I did that too, can I cast a spell while I'm doing that?
No, dash is an action.
Oh, I have to dash to get to that side?
You can move and cast.
Yeah, you can move and cast.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, yeah.
So I'm moving towards the river, but I want to cast a spell.
Okay, what do you cast?
I am casting... I'm going to cast Cure Wounds again.
Cast what?
I'm healing myself
Cure
again.
Wounds. Okay.
So,
all right, so
just a question. At this point, at 50 feet, can I see that the ship is no longer there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, at this point, I know that there's nothing there to run to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can go out into the swamp. It's not like there's any barricade or anything. It's just that you're not going to be able to get on the ship.
Yeah.
All right. So, what does he do? Okay. So, all right. So, backpack, you see the djinn start to back up a little bit, and he's sort of scanning across the two buildings, waiting for when Kurzim comes out. And you see him order 3 Zorn toward the side door, 3 Zorn into the... Okay, he's sending at least 1 Zorn to every possible exit. So they begin trumping their way slowly. They're not there yet because their movement rate is 20. Okay. All right, roll initiative.
14.
17.
Okay, what do you do, backpack?
I cast Friends on Pentoka. Hopefully this works. Actually, can I cast it while lying down? Can I go prone and go back to pretend to be dead and moaning like my friend's spell?
Since you put your claws in my body, I fell to the ground.
I mean, you can't simultaneously play dead and sing to somebody, not credibly.
No, but I can at least go prone.
Yes. Okay.
Enter death rattles.
So they turn towards me.
Okay.
I can go back. I don't know if this is probably a stupid idea. I should be up so I can run again.
It's this or keep running. What do you want to do?
Oh gosh, I might as well just stay up and do the... I will move... I don't know what the range is on Friends. They have to be able to hear me, I think. That's all. Right?
Good luck.
On Friends?
Yeah.
Friends is cast on yourself.
On myself.
It gives you advantage in all charisma checks that you make with that you make up against him.
You might be thinking about charm person.
Yeah, let me see what I got here. Oh, I do have suggestion. I can do suggestion.
Suggestion's good. You'd be like, yeah, we're super dead. You should just leave.
Yeah.
You might make it back if you just run.
I might, but then I feel like I'm as bad as Dane.
What?
The party.
What?
Well, look at it this way. You abandoned 1 fewer people than Dane has.
This is true. Just survive. I've already rolled up my next character, ready to go.
Dang,
okay.
That's cool. Okay. Well, let me... Suggestion has a range of 30 feet. How far am I now from Pentoka? 70 feet or something, right? Or 50?
Yeah, because you moved a full 50 last time, so
yeah,
you're certainly more than 30.
I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna dash.
Forrest.
I'm gonna dash and simultaneously cast Healing Word on myself as a bonus action.
Okay. So that
Sorry,
gets you...
Kurzim, you're on your own, bruh.
All right, so that gets you outside the gate. All right, now in 14, what do you do, Curzon?
How far is the water now?
10 feet.
All right, I cast Shield of Faith on myself, and I jump into the water.
Okay. and he sees you doing that. He's also going in 14. Shield of Faith gives you
+2 AC.
All right.
So I'm at 22.
He's casting Magic Missile. So now once you get into the water, you're going to be in better shape. So, but you're getting hit by 3 darts, each of which does 1d4 + 1.
That won't kill me.
So you take 4 and 2 and 3.
So 9.
Yep.
9.
And splash, you go into the water. It's freezing cold.
You want a saving throw? I assumed.
What?
Did you want a saving throw for the water?
No.
For the cold? Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying, it's freezing cold. You are in, and so your ice armor begins pulling you up to the surface.
Well, I'm swimming with the current, I'm assuming.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. All right. There are also large slabs of ice in the water with you. Anything?
I'll try to go under them if I can.
Well, yeah. So you're able to get under one, and so that'll help you. All right. So you float out into the swamp, and a little ways out there, you meet up with Backpack, who is up to her waist in mud at this point, and you get out of the river, and so the two of you are there to try and escape the swamp.
Yeah, that sucks.
And the question is, how are we going to do? Let's do a survival check to see whether you make it back, because y'all are in bad shape. But then that way,
well, I still have some spells, but
yeah.
Does the river go towards the? Oh, that might not be.
I mean, it goes into the swamp, but then it doesn't. You know,
it
then
just disperses. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't follow it for very far.
Oh, I actually have a pretty good survival bonus.
All right.
I don't, but I've
got
a 17.
I've got an 18 survival. And if she uses Bardic Inspiration, and I can use Guidance on her.
Okay, we can do that.
Maybe you guys will run into a helpful barbarian that will just guide you on your way back to town.
I wish there was an Earth Genasi barbarian that was just ready for action.
Just a suggestion.
If only there were.
Definitely ready for action.
Rock in this swamp.
All right. What were your
girls?
What were your survival rolls?
You gave me a D6.
Yeah, and he gave me a D4.
Yeah. So I had I have a 21.
All right.
And I have a 21 also.
All right. All right. So the two of you guys get back to Drowning Haven, or whatever the name was, and you meet up with Dane, who is there sitting disconsolately on his ship.
You made it.
Is he just like sitting there drinking a beer? Like,
yes, that's
exactly.
No, I have
exactly
4 beers, 1 for each of you.
Ooh, bad news.
Well, I will give 2 beers to them, and then I guess I will just have to drink. Well, no, I was drinking them all. They're all partway drunk. I thought you all were dead, but it's good to see you. I'm glad that you made it.
They're all halfway poured out, like for the homies.
Right.
No, that is waste. I drink it for the homies. Please. But no, do finish. You look like you could use more than half a beer, but alas, that's all right. All I have.
So, Ala, your barbarian will be 2nd level.
Okay.
And we will reconvene next week, still in Drowning Haven, to see where you guys go to next.
Yeah, I just went with Earth Genasi because I figured it made sense for the area.
That's not from the core book either, is it? You picked something that's from Xanthon's Guide.
It is extremely overpowered. No, I don't know.
I don't either. All right, cool.
It can actually make 7 two-handed weapon attacks in the first round, but then it goes back to normal.
Okay. All
I
right.
think it's basically like a half earth elemental, half humanoid type.
Okay. Well, that's definitely what you would run into, and certainly.
I think it is okay. I'm going to double check what book it's from. It's probably
no.
Xanathar's.
You can use it from Xanathar's. That's fine. Because it does really.
Merle said it was fine.
Really well. Oh, okay. Well, then that's fine. So you'll meet them in drowning something to start the adventure off, and that's where we will start. So thank you everybody for watching. We're going to go off air, and we will see you next week.